Where is your money going? Well, write down all the expenses you had last month with these categories: seed money, savings, debts, taxes, and living expenses. How does the way you actually spend money compare with the plan used by myself and by many other leaders? Is there a lot of money for which you cannot account for, which just got spent somehow? Do you give one category preference over all others? Saving money is simply a matter of habit. Once established in your life pattern, it'll become so automatic that you'll scarcely be aware of it. People who are always short of funds have a habit of spending money. Have you ever noticed that no matter how much money they earn, there's never enough? And usually these people can't even explain how the money was spent. Money just seems to disappear for them. They have a poverty consciousness which will keep them in a poorhouse until such a time that their thinking changes. The savings habit is just the reverse. People with this habit are always able to save something, no matter how little they may earn. And what is more important, the savings habit creates in your consciousness the awareness that you are never poor and that your income is constantly rising. Few people realize the rate at which systematic savings build. A mere $1.66 a day, which is $50 a month, builds to $2,000 by the end of just 3 years, and to $10,000 at the end of 10 years. Startling when you consider how easy it is to spend $50 a month on useless merchandise. If you fix in your mind the idea that your earning ability is limited, then indeed it is. You will never earn more than that self-set limit. The subconscious will create and maintain the limits you set. With the savings habit, income is constantly increasing due to the return on the money saved. Net worth, likewise, is on an uphill path. Thus, the message to the subconscious is, I am more prosperous. I have more wealth. Gradually, self-confidence, enthusiasm, and the feeling of wealth replace any negative attitudes and thoughts. This new attitude I call prosperity consciousness. Soon you'll begin to expect and demand new and higher levels of prosperity for yourself. You will expect to earn more, and you will. You will expect to have more, and you do. Prosperity consciousness does not come with a set level of income, but rather is the result of an attitude about the availability of wealth for you. Saving money, creating wealth, and giving seed money all deal with wealth in a material sense. In reality, however, wealth is in the mind. True wealth is knowledge. What you know, what you can do, and what you can create are the real wealth in your life. This is the basis from which all your material wealth springs. An old proverb says, give a man a fish, and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, and you feed him for a lifetime. So it is with wealth. Give a person money, and you give him the gift of dependency. Give a person the knowledge of how to gain wealth, and you give him the gift of independence and liberty. What greater gift could there be? Here's a quote. You give but little when you give of your possessions. It is when you give of yourself that you truly give. For what are your possessions but things you keep in guard for fear you may need them tomorrow? Quote by Gibran in The Prophet.